I like pretty toes and shit, man. I'm an old school freak ass nigga, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I like pretty toes and shit, man. All that BBL and big titty shit, man. That's cool, man. I just like. I'm still a fool for short hair and pretty toes and shit, man. You know what I mean?
Right. You know, I always tell even women, you know what I'm saying? I tell them, man, I'm a mix between 3 characters or 3 movies that I love. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Boomerang 1.
Boomerang. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Talking about the tone.
Yeah,
that's where they came from me.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
come on, Eddie Murphy. Shout out to Eddie Murphy, man.
Already, man. You know, 2 is How to Be a Player. You know what I'm saying? My boy Bill Bellamy. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? And then my boy Martin, you know what I'm saying? There's a thin line between love and hate.
Okay.
So I feel like I'm this dude that's wrapped up into these 3 characters, but I'm actually living the life. You know what I mean? Out here in real life.
Georgia peach, and if need to be, yeah, she'll sell it for me. Cause my spit game, sick, thick game is vicious. Tongue game off the chain, man, them bad bitches miss it. I've been gone for a minute, shit, now I'm back. And your girl makes it obvious, look how she act. I ain't been out a week, new whip, new clothes, and new hoes. And them bitches got my neck on frozen, 2 shows. I done made 15 bands, had to get at a couple niggas, and I fucked 2 of my fans already, man.
Hey, you know the greatest conversation you can have on this planet, besides getting a bag of money, it's talking that male-female, you know what I'm saying, relationship, you know what I'm saying, that understanding, you know what I'm saying, that dynamic, you know what I'm talking about. You know, it's an interesting topic to me. Just like most people that have this kind of conversation, I think that we have in some shape or form every day, whether it's with our partners, you know what I'm saying, whether it's with our girl, you know what I'm saying, whether it's with your home girls, you know what I'm saying, your moms, your pops, you know what I'm saying. I think we have this type of conversation every day, your co-workers or anything, you know what I mean. But, you know, it's just an interesting topic to me, you know what I'm saying. I feel as though that, you know, it's something that's interesting to most of humanity, you know what I'm saying, and we're going to get this conversation and communication, you know, still open, and we're going to keep it live, you know what I'm talking about, man. But, you know, I got a special guest, man, tonight, you know what I'm talking about. This is the night of some special things. You know, we changed little things around, you know what I'm talking about, a little bit, you know what I'm saying, but I got my boy in the building tonight, though, man. I'm proud of this man, you know, he's a busy man, you know, had the time to take out, you know what I'm saying, to come down and sit on the couch for us, you know what I'm saying?
Anytime, my brother.
Game, you know
anytime, Mike.
Already, man. I got Mr. Guda, man. You know
what's up with it, man?
In the building, man. You know what I'm saying,
I
man?
finally made it to the couch, baby.
Man, already, man. It's a lovely thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you want to introduce yourself to the people?
Yeah, man. I go by Guda, man. You know what I'm talking about, man. Straight from Oklahoma, you know what I'm saying? South side, man. But I rep the city, man. North, east, west. The whole state, you heard me, man? I'm just Guda, you heard me?
Hey. You know, well, first, one thing, you know what I'm saying, I want to, you know what I'm saying, to kind of go into, you know what I'm saying, I see you got that shirt on, man. I see you got my girl's shirt on right there, man. You know what I'm saying, that Watson 22. I got a story behind that 22 with me and her.
I like supporting, you know what I mean?
Right.
And if I feel like you're making an impact,
right,
or you've done something,
right,
I want to support that.
Yeah, she's
you know
a legend.
What I mean?
She's a legend in
Definitely
the city.
a legend, man.
She's a legend.
You know, I went to U.S. Grant. Don't knock me now.
Right, no. We played against each other. It's all love.
I know, man. So,
yeah.
But I used to see her pop. I used to see her play, man. So she's definitely an icon, man, in the city.
Right.
You know,
because y'all had what was the other girl? What was the girl's name?
We had Danielle Ladd.
Danielle Ladd. Yeah, she was nice too.
Yeah, she was a piece of work.
Yeah, she was real. They used to battle, man. You know, we used to stick our heads out, you know, in the locker room and check that battle out a little bit, man. And those some classic battles, man, back in the 90s, man, like that, man. But I'm gonna give you this. Let me give you a quick story though about that too.
Go ahead.
You know, so this is my senior year. So when I was a senior, she was a freshman. Came in freshman phenom, you know, and right before previews, we sitting there, you know, everybody's, you know, it's jerseys, trying to get jersey time. It's time to, You know what I'm saying? We got previews, you know what I'm saying? I think it was like the next day. And so she come running up to, come running up to me, you know what I'm saying? Because, I was, half-ass popular or something, I guess, or whatever, right? And so she like, she was like, Mikey, she was like, is it going to be okay if I can, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to know, is it all right if I wear number 22?
Yeah.
I said, what? Because that was my number.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, I said, I would be honored. It would be an honor and my pleasure, man. And, she took them 2 man, higher than I definitely did. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Keisha Watson, man. You know
shout
what I'm
out to
talking about?
Keisha.
So I just had to, lay on that for a minute, man. But you a guy, man, and, we was talking about like underrated, talent, you know what I'm saying, especially that we have here in Oklahoma City. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a lot of artists that's hot,
Definitely,
that's
man.
extremely underrated, man.
I can just name a few off the dome, and this ain't everybody, but you got L1, you have Young Jones, Pineapple Stroll, you have Lieutenant,
Right.
you have Ripley's, you YAO, I think his name is YAO.
Yeah.
I think that's his name. I just checked. I saw Soul and B. I just went to and I don't like to say local artists, man.
Right.
I like to say homegrown. You know what I mean?
Okay, I like that.
Because I don't think I don't think artists are local. You know what I mean? Because when you say local, it's like they're never going nowhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You already put them in a box.
Yeah, so it's homegrown to me. So it's a lot of homegrown artists here, man. That have talent that I definitely think is overlooked.
Right. And why do you think that is?
For one, it's the market. Right. You know what I mean? And for two, it goes both ways, man. I came up under the Nitro umbrella. You know what I'm saying? So back in our day, it was more hand to hand, and you know what I mean, and you had to go buy the CDs, and you know what I'm saying, or we had to sell it to you.
Right.
So we were always in people's face.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You had a personal relationship almost.
Yeah. So now, since it done switched, I think to the internet role where no one really has to put in their work. You know what I mean, and go out and mingle with these DJs or these club owners or these promoters. You know what I'm saying? Back when I came in the game, we had to rub elbows. That's the only way you was going to. You know, but I just think, and another reason, for artists, you have to know your worth.
Right.
You know what I mean? And when I say that with my chest out.
As you should.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't know your worth, then and respect your worth, the promoter, DJ, whoever else is not going to respect your worth. They're gonna give you what they think they should give you, not what you think you deserve. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but I think our market too, it's getting bigger. Because you got to think, if you look at Oklahoma as a whole, you have the Gangsta June, you have DJ Wayne doing his thing, you have what's her name, Neighborhood Barbie's doing her thing. It's a lot of artists that's touching kind of outside of Oklahoma too. You know what I'm saying? So.
But that's from Oklahoma?
That's from Oklahoma.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing, you got to get outside that box.
Right.
If you just want to run around here and make music for the homies and for everybody that's, in the city, then you always be, kind of stuck in the city. I'm sorry, man.
You're going to keep yourself stuck in that particular box.
Yeah. You feel me? So
yeah, I definitely understand that. You know what I mean? But to kind of keep it, in the music realm for right now, because we're gonna talk a little music, because like I said, like we was talking about before this, podcast started. It was it's a relationship podcast between men and women, but we want to expand our minds, a little bit more and understand we always got a relationship with everything. You know what I'm saying? Just like and this is things that my boy Trey put me up on. It's just like you got a relationship with your toothbrush. So you got a relationship with your car. You know what I'm saying? You got a relationship with your job. You know what I'm saying? You got a relationship with your art. So, it's not always about, I don't want people to when they see this type of relationship podcast, to think that we only focus on male and female relationship. And we deeper thinkers than that.
Definitely.
So, to speak about that, you know what I'm saying? Like, where did you get this love for music from? When did you think? When did you knew that you had that talent?
I hope I don't have to tell my age, but man, I fell in love with music at a young age, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on it because I could talk about it for hours.
Right.
But so growing up, I used to hear that da ha rapping Duke.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Huh.
And that was one of the first rap songs that I ever heard. And my pops is Palestine, Texas. So we used to always go to Palestine, Texas, and his friends down there, they owned a cafe and they had a jukebox. And they were, every time we come, this song would be playing. I'm like, man, I like this song.
Right.
So I started memorizing that, not knowing this is rap at the time. You know what I'm saying? So after that, my cousin, his name is Chill Will. So my cousin Chill Will used to rap, right? And I was like, damn, that's tight. I'm like, man, I gotta do this. You know.
So about what age is this at right now?
Oh, bro, like I'm probably like now. I think I'm probably like 8.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm probably like 7, 8. You know what I'm saying? So that also, I used to go to Christian Life Church and listen to the Pee Wee rappers, right?
Wow.
So they used to rap like for real. So they used to rap. So long story short, I'm from Curl Village. I'm from the South Side.
Right.
So back in, I hate to tell my age, but it was probably like 87, 88, somewhere up in there. At one time, all the centers, whether it was Curl Village, Sooner Haven, all the centers, they did a big talent show at the Civic Center.
Oh, wow.
They bussed us all down there. It's probably about 2,000 people, maybe more. And me and my homeboy Ice Water, we performed LL Cool J, I'm Bad. So this was my first show ever. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I had the Adidas suit on and everything. So me and my partner, we performed LL Cool J, I'm Bad. But it's so crazy that not my family is musically orientated too. So if you know the Gates, I am kin to the Gates.
Oh,
My grandma is the Gates.
Yeah, I got
you know what I mean? So music
okay.
runs in my family.
Yeah.
I just had to find my niche of the music, you know. And rest in peace to my uncle. My uncle used to play the guitar and sing and used to try to teach me how to play the guitar and the drums and all that other stuff. And I wish I never would have stopped. But, you know, because now if you look at it, my whole family plays some type of instrument.
Right.
Whether it's bass, piano, lead, they sing.
So music just been a part of your life basically since forever. Since
Forever.
you was, you know, in
Forever.
like, you know,
So
elementary.
so it was kind of like in me.
Yeah.
I just had to find it.
Right.
And I found it at a young age, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, and, you know, even before the podcast, I mean, you know, this brother was showing a bunch of talent, you know what I'm saying, just right off the top of this dome, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Had me and the boy in here like, man, you know what I'm saying? I said, this brother talented, man. You know what I'm saying? This brother's really talented, man, and you got a gift. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that, man.
So,
And I'm glad you said.
And I'm a fan, brother.
You see, he said gift, right?
Yeah.
Because I be wanting people to understand the difference between a gift and a talent.
Right.
A talent is something.
Explain that. Yeah,
okay, so a
ahead.
talent is something that you learn, like you practice your talent, like to be.
Right.
A gift is something God blessed you with. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a gift. It's not a talent. It's a gift.
Right.
So my gift is to be, and I'm blessed. I've been in the music game for 20 plus years. Never had bottles or no shit thrown on stage. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think my gift is able to speak to crowds of people.
Okay.
Right.
That's my gift.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean?
So that go outside of even the realms of rap.
A rap. You know what I mean?
That's deep. I ain't never think about that.
But
know
if
what I'm
you
saying?
if you look at it,
Yeah.
it's a difference.
It is.
A talent is something that you learn. You practice it and you try to become that.
Right.
Some may call it poetry.
You know? But a gift is just something that you're born with. It's natural.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy.
You know?
So, because, you know, like I said, we're going to spin the block a little bit. Because, like I said, we're going to talk about this relationship, You know what I'm saying? Between the music, you know, talk about and, you know, and you know, relationships as well, you know, between males and females, you know. You definitely got one of the hottest songs, you know what I'm saying, that every time that we out and about, you know what I'm saying, at any of our local establishments, man, here in our beautiful city, man. And we didn't even been down in Dallas before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Dallas
And,
rocks with me, man.
yeah,
Shout out to DJ TDK, man.
ain't that it?
Yeah.
You know, and you know, the song Reppin'. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man,
Shout out to Super J.
Yes, definitely shout out to Super J. That brother talented too, man.
Yeah.
I definitely fucks with that boy. You know, so where did the inspiration come from that video? Well, not from the video, because we're gonna talk about the video too. But
Okay.
but the inspiration from the song, where did that come from?
I wrote Reppin' while I was in the federal penitentiary, actually.
Yeah.
So I wrote it while I was on the yard, man. And we used to have these little MP3 players and shit, man, and headphones, you know, and you used to get songs and stuff or whatever.
Right.
And I used to have Yearning on my MP3, and
Okay.
and I used to just walk the yard, man, and just coming up with it. You know what I mean? It took me a minute, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But eventually I wrote it. And it's crazy because I got out of prison in 2015. So imagine how long I've been having it, and y'all just now hearing it, right?
Right.
So long story short, it's 2024 now.
Right.
I actually had the song service to all the DJs in 2022. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So the DJs was on the song.
Right.
Some of the spots was on the song. The radio just didn't have it yet.
Right.
And that's the way I like to work my records. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I come from the Nitro tree. You know what I mean?
Right.
One thing about my bro, he taught me the game. You know what I'm saying? And he taught me how to work records. You know what I'm saying? So my ski is, okay, I'm going to get this shit hot in the clubs.
Right.
And then in the streets. And then you go to radio. You know what I mean? You don't want to go to radio and you ain't buzzing in the streets.
Right.
So
Yeah,
it doesn't
know who you are. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I did that, gave all the DJs the song in 2022. And then it caught, and then it kind of died, but then it caught.
Caught another year.
And 2023, I did the Juneteenth, and KP, Kevin Perry, he liked the joint, you know what I mean? And
Shout out to KP.
Yeah.
KP played ball with my brother, so
Oh,
that's
okay.
KP, yeah. So that football up there.
All right,
Yeah,
all right.
KP, yeah, KP on that football up there.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
they play with the T-Birds, man. So that's you know, shout out to the Perry
And
family.
we're going to
you
get
know.
into the T-Birds and everything, because I used to battle them.
absolutely.
Marcus, all them, I used to
man.
battle them.
Yeah, we did. We used to too, man. But you know,
But yeah, so I shout out to KP, and he put, you know, the rest is history. But far as, you know, I knew when I laid the song, I had to get somebody who I thought who could match
right,
my energy.
right,
You know, take me there.
Right.
And there's nobody else I'd rather work with, man. Of course, I work with a lot of people, but working with Super J is like my brother.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? So I'm comfortable. We good. You know what I'm saying? We get in there and we work. We knock it out.
Right.
And he's so talented because, you know, not only do he sing, but my brother mix, master, engineer, like he's everything in one. You know what I mean? So it just make it that much easier. So when we laid the song, and man,
I mean,
the rest was history.
it's exactly, man, because it's a hit, man. I mean, every time it come on, I mean, everybody, they ain't been dancing all night. They ain't bobbed their head to the latest, you know what I'm saying, jams is popular, to people or whatever the case is. That song come on, the whole energy always change.
Man, I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying, man? The whole energy, because I mean, you know, when I go out, man, I look at people, you know what I'm saying? I be like, did you see how this, I even tell Trey, you know what I'm saying? Like, did you see how the energy just shifted?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And man, that's something that's not easy to do.
And one thing about the city, man, they support me.
Yeah.
The city been supporting me, man. The state been supporting me since I was 19 years old.
That's what's
since
up.
I was a youngster, man, in the game. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, even with the repping, I just try to make music for everybody. You know what I mean? I don't just make music, even though I'm from the South Side.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't make music for my hood or nothing like that, man. I like to make music where everybody can enjoy my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Now, speaking about that, when you look at the video, you know what I'm saying?
I went around the city,
you all
man.
over the city. You went all the spots.
Man,
you in every hood, man.
You know,
That's
shout
love.
out to the OGs, man.
That's right.
You know, coming in the game at a young age, but not only coming in the game at a young age, you got to think, man. I jumped off the porch early, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was just fortunate, even back in my younger days, a lot of these OGs I've been knowing almost all my life.
Right.
They knew me when I was a little Larry. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just a little nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So growing up in the music game, it's always good to be able to have those connects and you can make those phone calls.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though I'm a Crip, I'm in the blood hood.
Right,
It doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Because it's love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they know my energy don't come from that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It come from a good place, you know?
Right.
Listen to the song repping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From the beginning to the end.
Yeah.
I rep every side of the city. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you touched on politics and everything, in our particular city, man. And that was, like I said, that's dope because everybody can't do that, whether they're an artist or not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and it's crazy because that was my first time ever in Murder One. You know what I'm saying? So, and I say this because, Young Fool was my best friend. You know, and he passed. And we was both part of the Nitro situation. It was like all those years we was together, I still never been to Murder One until I shot the repping video, and I called my cuddy, my really Nardy B, and the rest is history. I called Nardy, he was like, "Hey Nardy, I need to and really don't worry about it. I got you. All you gotta do is show up. What time? Tell them time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because repping was a 2-day video shoot.
Okay.
I shot it for 2 days. You know what I'm saying? So it was tiring, but
had my homegirl Charlotte in it. Shout out to Charlotte.
Honeysuckle. That's
Honeysuckle for Charlotte. Yeah, that's my homegirl right there too.
Definitely, that's sis,
what
man.
I'm talking about. So yeah, man, that was dope, man. That was a dope video, man. A dope vibe. The production was great. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the song already speaks for itself, but
I
just
appreciate
all
that,
the
man.
sides of the city that you touched, man. You know what I'm saying? Is it was 100. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like to make music that I just know is gonna last.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even with the My Baby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, think, man. It's 2024.
Yeah.
I dropped My Baby in 2012.
That's another.
It's 12 years later.
That's another crazy. But that's another crazy hit though. Every time it come on in the clubs, everything, the energy shift.
And I'm not boastful, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
But I have people always telling me like, damn, bro, everything you drop is like a classic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just think it's timing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Cause you gotta think, I had repping for so long before I even recorded it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing I had like with My Baby. I had My Baby. Man, I had My Baby.
What inspired the My Baby?
Cadillac Records, the movie.
That's funny.
Bottom line, yeah, it's a classic movie.
Man, I was watching Cadillac Records, the movie, man, when it first came out. And I'm sitting in my BM house and shit, and I'm watching it. And the part when Lil Walter come in and he like, my man, he playing the harmonica, I immediately start, you know what I'm saying, on my chest. And then I started thinking like, oh shit, I can make that a hook. You know what I mean? And I kept it, because I think Cadillac Records came out in what? Maybe 09? 2010, 08,
you was already at the pen by then.
No.
So you was still locked up.
I was out.
Oh, so you
for
was out.
My Baby.
Okay.
Yeah, I was still out.
Okay.
But I'm saying when I got the My Baby, I heard the My Baby through Cadillac Records. Maybe I think don't quote me for this because it might be wrong. It's like 07, 08, whatever that when it came out. But I held it tucked because I didn't record it until 2012.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I recorded it in 2012, man, I let some people hear it, right? And this is how God worked, you know what I mean? So I let some people hear my baby, and they told me that wasn't it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess because people be used to the street shit, you know,
Right,
the street shit, the street
Right.
music. You know, and I feel like if you're a street nigga, you don't always have to make street shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because when you hear that song, it seems like you're talking about a specific young lady.
But I'm not.
Like that song.
Because it's crazy. Because when I write music, I don't go in with what I'm gonna write. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but it's like, oh, I'm gonna write about Tamika. No,
Right.
I just write. You know what I'm saying? Now on down the line, if something come up in there and it's like, okay, damn, that might go right there. You know, then it is what it is. But I just don't go in and like thinking
That
like,
wasn't
okay,
the inspiration.
I'm writing for it now. You got
'Cause
to
this
piss.
whole time,
You got to piss me off.
Yeah, because this whole time I've been thinking that was about a young lady.
Man, somebody asked me that.
Yeah, I
Did
thought
you
it
write
was-
that about me? And I'm like, hell no.
Right.
You know, but I got songs.
Right.
That I wrote about motherfuckers.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you gotta piss, and I hate it, but you gotta piss me off for me to write about you.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be a good thing. You know what I mean? It ain't like I'm gonna write a sweet love song for you.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah. Because I think when you say that, I think that's what it was, is that people interpreted that to be a love song. Although it wasn't like a, LL Cool J, you know what I'm saying?
I actually
Type
wrote,
of, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, it wasn't a I need love. You know what I mean?
It wasn't a I Need Love. It wasn't like, any, the one little Jeep song. It wasn't anything near that. It had that street feel to it, but it felt like you was talking about it from a perspective of, you in a relationship with this chick and this is not what she putting up with.
Well, and you could think it that way, but how about thinking it like this? I wrote it in a male perspective that his homeboys is always on him about loving a certain type of motherfucker. You know, you ever have homeboys to be like, oh, nigga, you with that bitch, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, man, it happens.
But I'm like this. If you find somebody that's good for you, that's your person,
Yeah.
let that be your person.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I mean?
And I'm pro relationships. You know what I'm saying?
You hear I say, fuck what the homie say, I love my bitch.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I
Real
mean?
shit,
Like,
real shit.
sometimes you gotta say that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But like you said too, though, it's kind of like, especially if you done already kind of been through things, especially because we all at the age where we done seen a lot with, what I'm saying, these relationships in between, males and females, you know what I mean? And your boy got done dirty by this one. And, because I think that just to play devil's advocate and defend the homeboys, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to see the homie hurt. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see the homie go through that again. You know what I'm saying? Because they know him and they know what he has sacrificed and what he'll do and what he will put out for said, young lady. And then they get mad, they get upset, they get in their feelings, and next thing they know, you up out that situation. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you might have done. I don't want to go in specifics, and all of that. But the fact is, you left. But and your partners know you ain't finna leave for shit.
But sometimes your homeboys don't want to see you be great either.
I don't disagree with that. But that's why I feel like you gotta have those that's close around you like that. You know what I'm saying? You counsel with them about that because you should know your homie. You know what I'm saying? And there's certain homies you just don't have those type of conversations with. About, no relationships, especially you and yours, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have that tight-knit group of dudes that you can feel comfortable having that type of communication with. And like I said, if you make that mistake, especially at the age that we at, like, your homie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, when you was in high school, when you was in junior high, you knew you ain't going to leave your girl with, with your homeboy that you notice, you know what I'm saying? That, that he always on something slick.
But I say this. You can't. A lot of niggas tend to take advice from niggas who really ain't even in their relationships though.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Like, how can you tell me, nigga, you ain't even got one?
Now check this out, because people do say that often. So what if you get counsel with somebody who's already been in a long-term relationship? They might not be in one currently, but they might have already been through the, the chiggers, you know what I'm saying, the stickers, and you know what I'm saying, them rough fields, you know what I mean. So I still feel like you can learn from those. Now,
For
those who's been through it.
you can, but only if it's coming from a good.
If it's coming from a genuine spot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
absolutely.
what I mean?
So that's what that kind of go back to me once again. This is like you got to know your partners that you're gonna have those type of conversations with. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's none of us that have those type of conversations with people that we don't love and we trust to put in that space. Because you know, as men, you know what I'm saying? You know, we territorial. You know what I'm saying? Just by nature. And so being able to have yourself vulnerable like that around your partners going into details in regards to your relationship with your woman, you ain't finna get that to nobody. You know what I'm saying? You know, that circle for me is extremely small.
Well, I guess, that's why I'm single too, though, man. I ain't bragging about this shit. Everybody wants somebody. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's somebody for everybody. You know what I mean? It's you, like I say, it's a person for you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But, being where we from, man, like, shit, the city is small.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Of course you're going to double back or you're going to meet somebody who used to fuck with this nigga.
Dude, it might not be your homeboy.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's sometimes it's incidental contact.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
But
that's real.
But it's just, for me, I ain't found that person yet. I think I have.
Right. Currently, or you had.
I'm not with nobody right now.
Okay.
But I definitely got my eye on somebody.
I feel you.
You know what I mean?
I feel that.
Because I think like every man, I don't know how everybody else feel, but man, nigga, if you don't want to be married, you know what I'm saying? Like, who don't want to have a family the right way?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, and
I'm not pressuring nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, for me, like, and I don't like telling my age, but the older I get, you know what I'm saying, the more I want that. You know what I mean?
Because sometimes what happens is, the players age out the game.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I think I've been seeing you since 94.
Absolutely.
93, 94.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? 93,
Yeah.
94. I've been
Absolutely.
seeing you.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I'm saying? So imagine, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro, man, at some point in time, a nigga just gotta want more, you know what I'm saying? Than just the idle, go fuck and go home type shit. You know what I'm saying?
And I feel that, but I want to touch on something that you just said. So you said like a relationship the right way, that could be considered to be debatable.
It can be.
What's right or what's wrong. Because it's all type of different relationships out here, and I think so. Let me kind of rephrase it that I feel like that makes more sense to me, and it's that you have to find someone who jive like you jive. You know what I'm saying? Whose thoughts, feelings, emotions, and morals is aligned with yours. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's might be different. You know what I'm saying? The traditional thing might not so-called be the traditional thing for some people. You know what I'm saying? Some people want to have, just outside of the box type of other relationships.
Do people date anymore?
I mean, yeah, I think people do date. I think people date. Yeah, I think it's out there. I mean, I'm a hopeless romantic myself, so yeah, I think people definitely date.
Okay, so do they? So do they learn people anymore?
I think personally, what happens is when you date most chicks, because I've been out in these dating streets. You know what I'm saying? Real tough. And what I noticed is, and I talked to a young lady on this podcast before, and we had a title of the show. It was, "Do you look for more good or bad in a person when you're in this dating phase?" Because a lot of motherfuckers, what they'll do is, and women is bad about this, and you'll probably know because you didn't deal with women enough, so you know what I'm saying. So what they'll do is they'll have this bag of all the negative and bad that they'll put in. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that we all come to a situation with it, right?
Yeah.
But, you might make mistakes because I'm learning you. We're learning each other. We're learning what make each other tick. But what they do is put a lot of that niggas, as guys, we be like, we ain't really tripping. Okay, baby, if I rock with you, I rock with you. You're good, you're bad, you're ugly, right? A lot of times women that say that, but they'll put all this negative stuff in it. And as soon as an argument or something come up, you know what I'm saying? Now we got a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was an issue. So You know, those are just. I mean, that's what I've witnessed. You know, dealing with every woman I've ever dealt with, in any sort of kind of serious capacity. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, me, I was fucked up, man. I come from the 90s, man.
right.
I was fucked up. I was fucked up for a long time.
Don't we all?
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, come on. Like they say, the roaring 20s.
Right.
Nigga, I come from the roaring 90s, nigga.
I mean,
you know what I mean? It was wild.
I was right there with you
I'm
too.
just saying, but you know, growth is everything, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
But you have people who still judge you from your past and what you used to be.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, man, I went from Little Larry to Chief to Guda.
Right. Absolutely.
I still get judged from Little Larry and Chief.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
I feel you.
You feel me?
I feel you.
But like I tell people, man, like, I'm not the same nigga I was 20, 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? 20 years ago.
Right.
You know what I mean? I promise you I'm not.
Right.
Because you wouldn't want to see that nigga who I was 20 years ago.
Well, because what happens is people just want to still look at you on a surface level. They don't want to sit down and have no conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, oh yeah, I know what he about.
See, I came up when all the dancing niggas was getting all the pussy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
I was one of them niggas, man.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah, shout
you know
out.
what I'm saying?
You was in like a little dance.
Hard to get.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's what
saying?
Y'all remember y'all?
But it was
Sound like we all the same age.
Yeah.
So it was
we
the
is.
thing to do, though. You know what I'm saying? Growing up. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you got to think, everything changes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Time, you know what I mean? Like every 20 years,
Yeah. It's a shift.
it's something different.
It's a shift.
You know, it's a shift.
Yeah.
Just think, 20 years ago, everybody was dancing.
Right.
Now everybody rapping. Right?
Right.
Hey, 20 years ago, gas was 85 cents.
Come on, man.
I was there.
Hey, man, I had a 7-6 glass house on 30s, bro.
Hey, I had a Monte Carlo. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I had an 86 Grand Prix, and this is one thing that I always thought. I ain't never paying $1 for no gas.
Man, it got up to $1.06, $1.07, $1.09.
That $1.09. I was like, this life is over.
Come on.
It's all over. I said, I'm going to be riding the bike.
Man, when I first started filling my shit up, it was 79 cents.
What?
Bro?
Right.
It was 79 cents a gallon.
$5, you be riding all over the city.
Come on. I had a 7-6 glass house. I put $20 in there and fill it up.
Yeah, and be riding for a week.
Man,
Real talk.
all down the strip, Edwards Park, everywhere.
Absolutely.
Now,
That's real talk.
man.
So when we talk about this shift too, though, kind of to stay on the point, you know what I'm saying? So what do you think that shift is with women? What you think about let me ask you this question, because I know what the shift is now, you know, but let me ask you this question. What do you think about BBLs, you know, breast augmentation, or a chick just augmenting their body to fit whatever stereotype that they feel as though that a man want? Because I'm going to give you my thoughts.
Okay, so I think sometimes it can be lower self-esteem for a woman. You know what I mean? Because I'm like this. I like what I like. You know what I mean? In you. The way you are.
Right.
You know what I mean? In a woman.
Right.
Just the way you are is perfect to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I ain't never really just been... Well, I can't never say never been, but back in my younger days, I was into the ass and titty shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But as you get older, like you kind of find yourself turned away from that and just kind of look at a person. You know what I'm saying? So with a woman getting her titties and her ass and shit done, I mean, if that's what's best for her, so be it. But it ain't nothing that I just like. If I was with someone and she didn't have it, right? And say she is...
And then she got it.
And then she went and got it. But I'm pretty sure if I'm with you, you're going to talk to me about it first, right?
You would hope so.
Hope so, you know? But if she talked to me about it first, I'm going to be like, okay, baby, you perfect just the way you are. Like, you don't have to get the ass and the titty shit. Like, that's a mouthful for me.
But they still might sit there and say, well, you know, this is just what I want. This is my body. I want to do it. What I want to do.
Well, if that's what she want to do, if she gonna pay for it, she can go do it.
Oh yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, she can get every damn thing done if she won't pay for it. You know what I'm saying? But
because Trey, I'm gonna want your take on it too. So now go ahead and give your take on it. What you think? Like the whole BBL and You know what I'm saying? Somebody that augments a woman that augments their body to fit whatever.
Personally, I seen a survey on Facebook, and they were talking about the amount of women and the amount of men that thought that like breast augmentation and everything was cool. Like all the women thought that BBLs and getting their breasts done or whatever was everything that a man wanted. But then when they started talking to the men were like, "I just want you natural."
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and this is the crazy thing about me. I remember being young. And I was like, hey, like, I would never like a girl that had those and all this. And then as I get older, I'm like, it's all right. You know, it is what it is. You know, because at the end of the day, I feel like, if you love a person, you're going to love a person for whatever body they in. Like, you know what I mean? So,
I think
I can dig that. Go ahead. I'm gonna get my opinion on it.
Okay, so first woman I ever saw with her body done, for me would be Elkie the Stallion. Y'all remember Elkie the Stallion?
I don't know.
Look her up.
Okay.
We brung her down here when me and Mike Smiley had Presidential Trap House.
Okay.
We brung her to
Shout out to Mike Smiley.
Shout out to Smiley. We had we brung her down here to host an event for us. And when I say ass for days and titties for days, and it was just so perfect, man. You know what I mean? But I got to looking like, that can't be real.
Right.
You know what I mean? But looking at her, like seeing it, I was like, it's eye candy. You know what I mean? It's catchy. It's eye candy. If you see it, you're gonna be like, God damn. So when I seen her, I was like, damn, she got a body like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But seeing that in person then and seeing where it is now, you know what I mean?
What she look like now?
No, I'm not saying seeing her now. I'm saying seeing where it went to now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
yeah.
everybody got it. Look at Glorilla. She went and got her little titties done. Right. I ain't mad at her or nothing.
I mean, I ain't
but she
mad
probably
either.
was, in somebody's eyes, she was perfect before she got them.
Right.
True.
Right.
But sometimes that can be insecurity. You know what I mean? For a woman,
Right.
low self-esteem. You know what I mean?
I think the BBLs are looking crazy because the thighs don't match.
There you go.
Like that, like
Look at Tiny.
But
Tiny look a fool.
But you know what? It's not even on your thighs. I'm gonna tell you another thing you got to look at. Like, look at their arms. Like you can tell. Like it's like you could tell. Like, hold on, something's off.
Yeah.
Like even their arms is not something is like not matching. You know, something is off with this woman. You know what I'm saying? It's all these little indicators. So let me get my little, I
like pretty toes and shit, man. I'm an old school freak ass nigga, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I like pretty toes and shit, man. All that BBL and big titty shit, man. That's cool, man. I just like I'm still a fool for short hair and pretty toes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. You know, I always tell even women, you know what I'm saying? I tell them, man, I'm a mix between 3 characters or 3 movies that I love. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Boomerang 1.
Boomerang. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Talking about the tone.
Yeah,
that's where they came from me.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
come on, Eddie Murphy.
1,
shout out to Eddie Murphy.
Man, already, man. You know, 2 is How to Be a Player. You know what I'm saying? My boy Bill Bellamy. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? And then my boy Martin, you know what I'm saying? There's a thin line between love and hate. Okay. So I feel like I'm this dude that's wrapped up into these 3 characters, but I'm actually living the life. You know what I mean? Out here in real life. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the characteristics that I picked up on. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, so let me wrap this thing up with this, man. You know what I'm saying? With this whole BBL talking conversation that we have. I have it with women. I have it with the homies, you know what I'm saying, or whatever.
Go ahead.
And I feel like this. A woman that wants to augment her body has a deep psychological mental illness. It is something so deeply wrong with that person. If you are with her, you better be ready for the rodeo ride.
So you think her mental capacity is kind of...
Yeah, because now think about it.
Do you think her chemicals a little bit unbalanced?
She was already chemically unbalanced when she did it. I think you need to go through a full psychological analyzation by a psychiatrist and or a psychologist before you go do that. You need to have some deep therapy before you go
think
do
it's
that to
that
yourself.
deep, though, Mike?
I definitely think it's that deep. For you to look at yourself and say, I don't like, because what they're saying is before they do it, I don't like myself. So I have to do this to myself for people to like me.
To
because
go
you know
under
what?
the knife, right?
Yeah, because you know what? Because now, look, and all the chicks, and there's some chicks right here in Oklahoma City, they never acted like they acted before they had this surgery. Now they got this surgery. They are totally different people. And you be like, I mean, you can't even approach them.
Got a nose up in
They
there.
female chauvinists. You know what I'm saying? They talk about male chauvinists. It's female chauvinists out here, and they just don't care. And if they are not going to be genuine with no man. You know what I'm saying? They thoughts and they thought process ain't none of that. It's about getting some likes. It's about getting some clicks. And it's about just having somebody in your DMs that you can go tell your other homegirls, oh, look who in my DMs now. Now this is attention you never had. Now that you have to, you dealing with an onslaught of now all of this type of energy. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel as though, like I said, it's a deep psychological problem.
Maybe so.
That girl's going through. That probably stems from their childhood.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of rejection.
Because I want to say that because I don't. You may be right, but
I mean, it's just my opinion.
Your opinion,
Absolutely.
because you just said it. Their childhood. You know what I mean? You just never know what a person went through.
Yeah.
When they were so young.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I just keep it real, you know. Some of these women have probably been touched on.
Right.
You know,
Well, I mean,
all kind of
even-
other things
and even the
might have transpired.
And
you
even
know?
the statistics say that 1 out of every 3 black women have had some sort of sexual abuse. And,
Oh, wow.
And you know, I've talked to a lot of women, man, and like 98% of the women I've ever talked to in my life as an adult, they didn't have something happen to them.
And it's
You know
been
what
a
I'm saying?
family member.
It's been a family member or somebody close to the family.
That's
You know
why,
what I'm saying?
man, like I have a daughter, man, and I talk
Right.
to my daughter about everything, man.
Me too.
Like, my daughter just turned 21, you know what I'm saying, in February. And
Congratulations! I seen y'all. We was out on your
Oh
y'all's
yeah,
birthday
yeah,
party.
yeah. Appreciate you.
Shout out.
So I just, I always, you know, with any of my kids, you know what I'm saying, whether it's my daughter, my sons, or whatever, like I always want them to see. Like I ain't never just hid nothing from them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I don't believe in that either.
Nah, I ain't gonna hide shit.
Yeah.
Like I've always shown them, like everything. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Even before I went to prison,
Right.
everything that I was doing, I know it's bad, but I let them see that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Counting the
Right.
money and all that other shit.
Right.
Like
Right.
I let them see that. So now that I've been home, I've been doing it the right way. You know what I'm saying? And I let them see that too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's just crazy, man. That when it comes to women, you know what I mean? Some women do things that I think is for attention.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But some women do things because
But to do something like that to yourself
needs
is
to
for
be done.
obvious. So it's for obvious attention. Now I don't mind. You know, you might want a tummy tuck or something like that. You done had some children or something like that. You just want to get your thing right. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. But to go as far as to, you know what I'm saying, the BBL and the ditties and the, you know what I mean?
man, let me tell you, I
and
lay
the makeup and the hair and the, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's almost like a costume that you go get out of Walmart. That's what a lot of them look like now.
I lay next to a woman, right? And it's some funny shit. But I lay next to a woman, right?
Okay.
And I don't know if she had just got her shit done or how long it's been done.
Right.
But the motherfucker, shit was hard. You know what I mean? But check this shit out though, Mike. This is nigga, you laughing, bro. I'm being damn man.
No, because I done been there before,
bro,
and it's turned me off.
No,
and
bro.
it's hey.
No, listen, bro.
I don't think we should be doing this.
Listen, she gave me Aquaphor shit, man.
Oh, so you turned into the nurse.
Nigga had me Come on, bro. Like, I'm being dead ass serious with you, bro.
Real shit.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm saying from no, for real, bro.
I get it, bro.
Like, bro, like I was rubbing her shit. Like I'm rubbing her scars and shit. You know what I'm saying for her. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
like rubbing her shit for her. Like, But that's what I'm saying. Like, that ain't for every man. Like, every man don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Real
it's
talk.
cool.
Real talk.
I don't know one.
But then I got to thinking, like, damn, if you got to go through all this shit, and then the motherfucker got to do all this shit,
And
because they say even with the fake titty shit, like a motherfucker, you got to massage the motherfuckers, right? To get the motherfuckers right, right?
And it's just for a look. This don't have nothing to do with your. This don't have nothing to do with your character. This don't have nothing to do with your womanhood. This don't have nothing to do with your ability to now be a nurturer. Like, now, if you have a baby, is a baby gonna be able to properly nurse from her mama? And they got all this.
Sometimes.
See what I'm saying? No, but what it does is it just turns it into this freak show. And I mean, I mean, shout out to our sisters that do that stuff. I'm just saying, man, like, you know, I've talked to them and I've been around them and I've dealt with them, and I see how that attitude shifts, you know, and I just think that they got a deep mental health issue where they need to get some psychological communication before they go.
And I think that's where me and you might because
it's our
we
opinions.
might be there. I mean, we different right there because I don't think that. You know what I'm saying? I just think some women just do it because they want it. It's a trend.
Right.
It's other factors, you know what I'm saying? It ain't just because they fucked up in the head.
So let me
you know what I mean?
So let me give you this. Let me give you this analogy then, because you said it's eye candy, right?
Yeah, come on, man. That shit be looking good, Mikey, sometimes, man. Not all the time.
I be questioning. I be like, hold on. I study, motherfucker. I be like, hold on.
So you ain't never dated or seen been attracted to a woman with titties and ass?
I mean,
fake titties and ass.
And then as soon as I find out, I'm like, ugh.
It fucked you up.
Ugh. I'm being dead serious, man.
He wants that natural, man.
I like a natural. Listen here, you can be skinny. You know what I'm saying? I'd be more attracted to the skinny chick that got the natural stuff than I would be to.
And I think that's me too.
This is just my opinion, and this, it's just like an asshole. You know what I'm saying? And everybody got one, and damn near sometimes it might stink.
I think a lot of times in life, I think everybody experiences love in different spectrums of life.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody got abused, during their childhood and everything, they may not know the same type of love that you and I know because we had a nurturing mom, a nurturing dad, and different things like that. So I think in different realities of life, people only understand love only the way they do.
Right.
Like, they don't understand love in the same respect everybody else does.
Right.
So then I think that's what creates all these different personalities. And where somebody may say, you fucked up her, you fucked up there, it's just that person didn't learn the same things that you learned coming up.
And I get that. So that kind of go back earlier, we was talking about it. It just comes down to whatever morals and values that y'all share. If we're talking about love and talking about loving a girl that got BBLs and the fake titties and the this and the that, the makeup, the hair wig, the all that, you know what I'm saying? Then of course, you know what I mean? But like I said, it's just, like I said, because I wasn't even adding in the love thing. But if you were a woman that got all that, she either had it before you or she want to get that done to herself, then that's just a conversation that y'all have.
Right.
You know
it's
what I'm saying?
It's a conversation to have.
Communication, you know what I'm saying, rules the nation, as they say, man.
Yeah.
Right.
But, man, we can go on and on and on all night, you know what I'm saying, about this type of thing, man. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm just, definitely honored, you know what I'm saying? It was a privilege, man, to have my partner, man, on this, you know what I'm saying, couch, man.
You said, man, I need you to come through, man.
Absolutely.
What I tell you, I'm coming, baby. You know
Absolutely,
what I mean?
man. And you was a man of your word, man. I appreciate that,
Are we
bro.
out of here yet?
No. We still on? What
okay.
You got?
Because, man, I want to give you your flowers, too, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been knowing Mikey, man, like since the 90s, man. I'm talking about, you got to think back, Club Generation days, Casanova days, Heroes. Like I've been seeing this, bro, even high school, U.S. Grant playing Millwood, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I've been seeing Mikey for a long time, man, and I could say when it came to dressing and shit, man, in the city, man, it used to be a couple niggas, man, when I was a youngster, and I used to be like, these niggas fly to the motherfucker, man. This nigga Mikey, one of them niggas. You hear me?
Appreciate that, bro.
Ant. Remember Ant?
Ant.
Cut her, Anthony.
Oh, yeah, from the north side.
Yeah.
He used to cut my hair, too, yeah.
Abdul.
Oh, no, Abdul. I don't know Abdul.
Ant and Abdul used to be together all the time.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know Abdul.
But this nigga, Ant, Abdul, and a couple more niggas, though. You know what I mean?
There's some fly niggas in
These
the city.
niggas used to be flying. I used to be like, these niggas wearing, what? Polo boots, Kohans and shit. What the fuck is this shit? You know what I mean? But this nigga always been a fly-ass nigga, man. And I always been a genuine, cool-ass nigga since I've ever met him. You know what I mean?
Appreciate
ain't
that,
never
bro.
changed up. You ain't never switched up, man. You been the same nigga since I've known you, man.
Appreciate that,
You know
bro.
what I mean? Whether it was just through passing in the beginning, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To motherfucking, you know what I mean? All love now, you feel me?
Absolutely.
It's always been
Absolutely.
that, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I just want to give you your flowers, brother. Like this platform, man. Hopefully more artists can come through. You know what I'm saying?
Anybody is welcome, man.
We want them.
Because that's what it is, man. I think that's just where the nature of the game that went to now. It's
Right.
podcasting.
Right.
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
I mean, this gives the voice to the voiceless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, we here for it, man. But once again, man, I want to appreciate my boy Guda, man, giving me those flowers, man. That's definitely touching. You know what I'm saying? You're extremely.
Like I say, bro, I've been following you for years, bro.
Already.
So
yeah, you're an extremely talented dude, man.
Appreciate that,
and
man.
definitely well respected, you know what I'm saying? In anywhere, you know what I'm saying, in this city, man. I ain't never heard a bad word about you,
Appreciate
So,
that,
man.
man.
That's all love, man. And I just appreciate you taking your time out, man, coming to sit down, man, and blessing this couch, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
But man, hey,
Oh,
check
this
it
ain't
out.
gonna be the last either.
Oh no, we're gonna bring you back.
I need some more of this brown shit you got, man.
Yeah, we're gonna hook you out. We're gonna hook you all up, man. But you know what though? You know what I'm saying, man? Hey man, this has been another episode of It's Just a Part of the Thing podcast. Yeah.
I love my space. I love my work. And I love my routine. And for me to break that for somebody, it would just have to be like a really special person that fits into that puzzle and that is supportive of the things I'm doing. It have to be somebody that has taste in music. It have to be somebody that, that I get along with so much to the point that when we're separate, I'm feeling like I can't function properly without their presence. I have come across it a few times. Yeah. I've yet to be able to hold on to it for whatever reason. But yeah, I just really, I'm the captain of a ship, and I look behind me and I see a lot of people on board, and full steam ahead.